Marc Lamont Hill is an education professor at Columbia University, and Marc joins us from New York to talk about Senator Reid's remarks. Ouch, ouch, ouch. So, Marc, I want the real deal, as always, from you. What was your reaction to these comments from Harry Reid?
I was shocked. I mean, it was such a bizarre choice of words. I mean, to even use the word Negro in the 21st century, I mean, I thought that went out with, like, jive turkey. You know, I mean, it's just one of those terms people don't use anymore. But the actual sentiment, I didn't think was that far-fetched. Is it an unfortunate choice of words? Yes. Is it underpinned by something deeply racist and troublesome in American society? Absolutely. Should he resign? I would say no.
Negro dialect or dialects. What did he mean by that?
Well, that's one of the interesting things. I'm always shocked when people have this sense of bewilderment and surprise when an African-American person doesn't speak in African-American vernacular English. I mean, the guy went to Columbia University and was a Harvard Law Review editor. I mean, clearly, there shouldn't be any sense of bewilderment and surprise.
No, Marc, you know it's this whole conversation about Ebonics, right?
Right. Right, but I mean, he says unless he wants to. Well, I don't know too many African-American politicians who can't speak standard English and only slip into Ebonics when they want to. But he is right, though. I mean, if he were to run for president and say, you know, I shall be thinking about running for president, it would be a problem. He wouldn't win. But no one does that. And so, again, I was more surprised that he was surprised or found it noteworthy that President Obama, or at the time Senator Obama, spoke that way or didn't speak that way. That, to me, was curious.
Marc, I hear a lot of folks saying that, you know, you can't get rid of Harry Reid because you need him for health care. Look, should he, in your view, step down from leadership? Chris Dodd, Max Baucus, Nancy Pelosi, and the president can get health care over the line. Exact the pound of flesh here. Call for Harry Reid to step down. Why hasn't a prominent black Democratic leader called for that kind of action?
Well, there are two reasons. Number one, I think many people privately agreed. I know many people, when President Obama first launched his campaign, they were relieved that he spoke English, so, you know, in such a mainstream way. They knew that his narrative of being sort of exotic and different and light-skinned would help with mainstream American or white people. So part of it is people privately agreed with it. But the other issue here is that Harry Reid has a different legacy than, say, Trent Lott. Harry Reid has a legacy of supporting civil rights. The CBC supports his voting record. So people know who he is as a man and as a politician, and they don't want to reduce him to one bad political misstep.
You know what, Marc? I tell you what, you are so doggone open-minded. How have you, sir, made your peace with these comments from the Democratic, a Democrat, the Senate leader, talking this way about candidate Obama? How have you made your peace, sir?
I haven't made my peace with it. The thing is, I can't judge people based on what's in their head. I would wager to say that a whole lot of Congress on both sides of the aisle probably think similar, if not worse, things. I don't judge people based on that. Does he owe us an apology? Yes, he's offered that. Does he owe, should he be required to give some type of penance? Perhaps. He's going to pay that in the polls in November anyway. But I don't think that we should continue to ask him to step down, at least not for this reason. Because, quite frankly, again, a lot of people think that way, and I don't think it does us any political good.
Hang on, I got one more for you, Marc. Jen, who's speaking now about the comments from Harry Reid? Oh, we're going to get it? Okay, all right. One more question. Do Republicans get the same level of understanding in the future, or is Marc, I know this is loaded, or is the assumption here that if Republicans say something racially insensitive, they're just not being insensitive, they're really racist?
No, I mean, I don't want anybody to have to give, you know, mea culpas and say Hail Marys before the race gods every time they make a mistake. If someone says something that's racially insensitive and undermines their leadership style and undermines their leadership and their ability to serve their constituents, I think they should step down. When Trent Lott made his ridiculous comments about supporting a segregationist ticket, that undermined his leadership and it made it much more difficult for him to lead his party or garner the support of the American people. This doesn't do that because Harry Reid's party still supports him. It's a very, very different issue. If a Republican says something racist in the future, I want them to apologize, but I'm not necessarily going to call for their head.
All right, start coming on the program more often. I know you're a big shot now, but, you know, you got it going right here. Marc Lamont Hill.
I promise not to speak in my Negro dialect.
You know, stop. I knew you would do it. Marc, good to see you as always, Doctor. Take care, man.
You too, man.